Hi, welcome to an Aquarius experience. This is for the connection between Aquarius and Virgo. This could be a love relationship. This could be work, family, friends. First, I will pull a card for the Aquarius. The Aquarius has the World card, which could indicate some completion, an end of cycle, the arrival of something. This could be spontaneity. This could be just a love for life. It's just a wonderful card for the Aquarius to be in. And their challenge is a reversed Two of Wands. In the upright position, it could be waiting for results, making a choice, plans to travel. However, they're finding it challenging to wait and be patient. They're finding it challenging to make a choice. They're finding it challenging maybe to make plans for the future, finding a direction, where to go, where to put their passion. Okay, so we have next the Virgo. The Virgo is currently at a state of emotional loss, maybe unfulfillment of some sort. And I show you the cards because I like for you to kind of see what it is that you see, use your own intuition. There could have been maybe a proposal that didn't fall through, or maybe a new endeavor, maybe the beginning of a relationship. Because it's a connection spread, I feel like the Virgo kind of feels like they came with like this full cup of love, and in time the cup was spilt out. And in their challenge, the Virgo has the upright Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands indicates a homecoming, a celebration, family, friends, reunion. So as far as a challenge goes, maybe the Virgo is currently feeling like their stability is stable. Maybe they are having a hard time envisioning what that looks like, and maybe that's why they're feeling like this loss of emotional fulfillment. They have this feeling of a loss of emotional fulfillment because this is a challenge. Their stability with their family and friends and their home life, they're finding that challenging. So they ultimately feel emotionally drained. That's what I want to say. The uniting force for these two is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands indicates a keeping and a maintenancing, boundaries, persistence. You can see that these wands here are stacked together, and with each wand that together they have stacked, it pulls them in closer to kind of seeing, like the moon is something that resembles the shadow work and the unknown. So together, this relationship has gotten to the point where it's becoming something together. It's rising, so it's getting better. It's been a challenge, and it was very burdensome. But together, they are creating this stairway to getting away from self-illusionment, and they're getting closer to the light. So the closer you get to the light, the more that the shadow, whatever's lurking in the shadow, is seen. That is interesting. But the 10 of Wands, which just comes right after this 9 of Wands, would be like a completion. So the 9 of Wands is like they're getting closer to the completion. I'm gonna go ahead and pull. I'm gonna pull some advice card for both of these for the overall relationship. Advice. Any advice for this overall relationship? Any advice for this overall relationship? It's a lot of wands here. Boundaries. I want to say some fundamental boundaries have been laid, and it has created more of a stable relationship. Any advice for this relationship between the Aquarius and the Virgo? We have the Tower. The Tower. The Tower as an advice card. Okay, so the Tower indicates some kind of change. Change of life, change of scenery, an awakening, a disruption of some sort. So this is an advice card because that's what I pulled. An advice for this relationship. I want to say beware of a tower happening. And it could be all this work that has been put in to the relationship and establishing some boundaries and some steps forward. And then ultimately seeing the shadow work. Maybe that is the advice, is to be warned about a tower moment, something that needs to come down in order for you to reach that 10 of Wands, that last step. I mean, You could see here the top of this tree being struck down, but the top of this tree could very well be that last stepping stone, or maybe not stone, but last step to the stairway to clarity. I want to pull some more. More advice for the Aquarius and the Virgo. More advice for the Aquarius and the Virgo. More advice for the Aquarius and Virgo. What is this tower? What does this tower involve? So, a lot of wands and a tree. Any more advice? All right, we'll just pull some cards. The Son of Wands. Look at that card here. So the Son of Wands resembles the Knight of Wands. It's a free-spirited and creative person. I want to pull more. This is the Sun reversed. Seems similar to this with the yellows and the reds. Reversed Sun. It looks like something's gonna happen to either or, to one of these parties or both. I just don't get that it's happening to both of the parties. I feel like it is happening to one. I'm not sure which one. And it's gonna be some kind of shift, some kind of destruction to this. I believe this is just for a creative endeavor. And the Sun being reversed, with this tower, it's like some kind of strength is being taken away. I'm having a hard time. Let me pull some other cards here. Anything more about this relationship between the Aquarius and Virgo? The Sun card reversed. And more about the Sun card reversed. So we have this 7. Let's see if it focuses. No. Oh, dropped it. 7 of Swords. Maybe there is some kind of sneakiness that is happening with this creative endeavor. And because the Virgo is in this state of emotional unfulfillment, like emotionally they are unfulfilled. They're having a hard time being supportive of maybe a creative endeavor. And it's creating a tower moment for the relationship. So the sun reversed. I pulled advice and you get the sun reversed. So I don't know, maybe just some more clarification. Let me pull some other cards here. This is a very old deck that I've been working with since I was 12. Okay, so any advice? Okay. So we have the Nine of Cups and the Six of Swords. And it is reversed because I usually, I write that so that way it's a reverse and this one's upright. So a reversed Nine of Cups indicates some kind of wishes not coming to fruition, material abundance, and good health. And so since this is reversed, there's an emotional unfulfillment, which we've already seen that here. And so then the upright six of Swords, it's a necessary transition, or relocating or moving. Six of Swords, yes, okay, necessary transition. I want to say that this tower, that's what this tower is. This tower is this transition that's happening. It seems forced. And the instability that the Virgo is feeling is kind of taking over, and they are forced to transition. They are forced to move into calmer waters. I'm not saying that they're moving to calmer waters, but they're trying to find a way to move into calmer waters. I just realized I marked both of these reversed there. So maybe to me, this wasn't, this was a reverse. So maybe a reluctance to make a transition. So the Virgo is reluctant to move, reluctant to transition. And from what I know of Virgos is that they do not like change. So it's still a forced transition from this tower moment. and they're finding it hard. Or actually, this is an advice card. So what they need to do is to kind of hone in on the spontaneity of it, the novelty of what's coming next. And since we have the sun reversed, it's only assumed that the sun is reversed because it's hard for the Virgo to see the sunlight, to see the brighter side. So there is a brighter side here in this transition. I want to pull some advice cards for the Aquarius. Any advice for the Aquarius in their relationship with this Virgo? This Virgo seems to be going through a lot, and this Aquarius seems to not be going through a lot. Yep. Okay. So here the Aquarius is reversed. So let's see. Let me think. If the Aquarius is showing up in their own reading as the reversed, insecurity, faithlessness, and discouragement. So this was the advice. The advice. I'm having a really hard time figuring that out. It seems like Aquarius, you're just, you know, in a good place, and you're cheery, and you have some things to think about, or some choices to be made, but overall it seems like you're okay with those choices, or not making the choices yet. You're just, but all right, first star card. I mean, in the upright position, you have faith, hope, and fortune. Advice, maybe don't come off as so happy-go-lucky, because that's your advice. Your advice is to not have so much hope, not have so much, I mean, this is the Aquarius card, so your advice is to be upside down with yourself? Huh. I just intuitively, I just want to say that maybe Aquarius, you're not honing in on what's actually going on with the Virgo, because the Virgo seems like they've got a lot going on. And I almost want to say that the Aquarius maybe needs to step away from themselves a little bit and maybe tune in to what's going on over here. Okay, that makes the most sense. And tuning in. Remember how I explained this narrowing down, putting some creativity, some passion in one direction. Maybe that one direction is here with this Virgo. Okay. Well, I hope that helped. Thank you.